Hey, I'm Davis. I'm an econ and history major, and I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
And I'm Leland Harrelson. I'm an econ and public policy major with a minor in business. I'm from Charlotte as well.
Davis, looking back, what have been some defining moments and experiences of your UNC journey?
Yeah, so I would definitely say that COVID stands out as the number one. Just altering what college looked like and what I expected college to be. I would also say that when UNC made that Final Four run and beat Duke in the Final Four, that was definitely a game changer and stands out to me as probably the most fun night in college. And then I would also have to go back to freshman year and say that when I joined Beta Upsilon Chi, the Christian fraternity on campus, that was definitely the wisest decision I ever made in college. Those are my top three.
It's pretty good.
Leland, what about you?
I would say, like, going off that, like, to start, Carolina Way Camp did actually play a really big role for us as far as, like, who we got plugged into immediately, what, like, older guys in college we were looking up to, getting connected with, like, study center staff. I think that, you know, as I've walked through college, there's been, like, Madison and Matt always guiding me through things, so that was a huge start to get connected with those guys. I would also say the Final Four run is huge. That was absolutely awesome. So yeah.
Davis, what does your involvement at the study center look like? How has that shaped your growth?
Yeah, so I've been plugged into the study center from the start. I've had a couple different mentors as I've walked through life here in college. I was with Bill Boyd, a little bit with Matt Hain, and then Madison Perry for the final 2 years. And those guys have definitely just walked me through all my questions about either how to deal with the situation in a godly manner, how to become a godly man, and just what to expect and how to shape my perspective in a Christian manner. But I would also say Leland and I have had the privilege of being part of the Wilberforce Fellows group or Leadership Institute, and that has been an awesome experience, just learning from Christian men and women who are in industry and how they shape their work to just be light and salt for the kingdom.
Yeah, I would echo the Wilberforce as well. That was like a huge thing for both of us, as far as like we knew we wanted to do like economics and business, but finding out what we actually wanted to do within that, we didn't really know, and how to approach that from a Christian perspective. Madison was, I mean, so influential as far as like helping us see where we wanted to take, I guess, our careers and steps after college. And yeah, I think I've also had I've walked with Matt for 4 years through college. We've gone through a lot together. And I was thinking about this before I came over here. Like when I had a decision to make as far as what I was doing after school, with where I was going, what job I was going to take, what city I was going to move to, the two people that I called the three people were my dad, Madison, and Matt Hain. I was going to say, sorry, Mom, you didn't get included in that list, but yeah, I mean, I trust them a lot and really value their opinion.
Davis, what's one challenge you faced during college, and how did your faith change or grow because of that experience?
That's a good question. There's been a lot of challenges. I would definitely go back to freshman year, just the first challenge I faced, just coming in to UNC. Came from a really small school, you know, didn't really have any trouble making it feel small with a good friend group, but it was just, I didn't have the ability to necessarily cope with stress the way I used to with sports, and I also started doing two different things that weren't great. I started living in the future and not focusing on the present, and trying to figure out how I could accomplish all these tasks and what it looks like to be on the path of success. And you know, just dealing with that put me kind of in a big struggle between being able to find joy and happiness and just love the college experience. But Bill Boyd helped me walk through that time. He told me two things. One was that I wasn't trapped in the current situation, and two, that the path of success it's not a defined thing. You have to open up your hands and let God come in, and He's going to walk with you through whatever valleys and mountain peaks that you have in life. And that was probably the biggest lesson I learned.
Yeah, I guess that going off that, I think transition was interesting, but then also once we got to school, figuring out where we wanted to study and what we wanted to study, and for both of us, that was like the business school. And there was on our first application to the business school, we were both denied, and that was something that we knew was a great possibility, but something that we wanted to continue to pursue. And I think that that's not my biggest challenge. That is one of them. I think it was a great opportunity to kind of have a bit of a reset where you have to kind of think, is this what I want? And then also kind of be humbled, and then also continue to pursue it. And again, Madison helped us think through that, what that looks like, and why we want to be there. And learning through all of that your worth is not defined by necessarily the grades that you get or anything like that. But that you're a child of God, and that's something that was a definite challenge to own up to. But yeah, we've learned to do that.
Davis, how has your understanding of God deepened during your time at UNC?
That's a good question.
I would definitely say the relationship has grown a lot more, just in a communication way. I went to a private Christian school, which, nothing against Covenant Day School, but they kind of pumped all this theology and deep understanding of trying to figure out Trinity, or
which is good.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I would say that it kind of beat the living gospel. It made it mundane. And I would say in college, it's been refreshing to be around people who are recent believers, or just people who have a different perspective. And that's allowed me to grow my relationship with God and Jesus, and just cry out to Him and communicate with Him in just any way that I communicate with my own brother. It's been great.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for me has been learning how cool it actually can be to pursue Jesus, even in college and out of college. Getting plugged into community, I think that doing life with people and understanding okay, I have this struggle and I'm trying to work at it because that's what God has called me to do, and then finding a brother that's also oh, I have that too, and we're trying to work at it together, then also having a lot of fun doing it. I think that that's what college really was for us, as far as understanding where we need to grow and who's partnering with us to do that. And so just being able to enjoy relationships with people who are like-minded and want to pursue that, I mean, it's just been a huge blessing, and something that I will take for the rest of my life, knowing that there were people that were committed to that with me in college, and then I can do that after college as well.
Davis, what is some advice that you'd give to an incoming freshman or students that are already here in college?
Ooh. There's a lot of stuff. Do you have something?
Yeah, I can go first, actually. I was thinking about this. So I talked about getting plugged into older guys as soon as I got to Way Camp, and my counselor, his name was Brett McCraw, he was a junior when I was a freshman. He ended up being president of the fraternity that we're in, and he said something when he was talking about the Christian community, was you get out what you put in. And I think that is my number one advice to anybody that's coming into school would be, you're gonna get out what you put in. So if you are gonna join a Christian organization, or maybe you're not, but if you were, which you should, if you're gonna go kind of all in and say, how can I make this better than it was when I came here, or how can I invite more people to experience this, you need to go all in, because when you serve other people and you realize that you're not the most important, it's not about you, it's about other people and their walk as well, that will just grow you in a lot of ways. So that's my advice.
I think my advice would be similar to Leland's, but in regards to making time for those relationships and grow them, and then the experiences that you can have, I would say a lot of times you'll hear, "I'm busy" around this place. And sometimes I've started to think about busyness as another form of laziness and apathy around here, because people are busy, they have a lot to do, but they aren't making times for the things that matter most. And so I would just say, you're going to be busy, but just actively plan ahead, be looking for opportunities, have your yes on the table to do something fun and exciting and experience something that you'll never forget.
What do you hope the next season at the Study Center looks like?
I can take it.
All right.
I mean, one of the coolest things has been with it opening this spring, just being able to see everybody around here and like all sorts of different like ministries or Greek life people or heck, even grad students, just all coming together in one place and like just enjoying each other's company is actually super awesome, and it's something that we have lacked at times during school because of COVID, but I know a lot of other schools lack, and I think it's something that's so unique, just to be able to like have all sorts of different people that wouldn't interact with one another if this place wasn't here.
Yeah, and the joy is contagious.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
You come here and you're having a bad day, and the joy that's around this place, it just kind of fills you up, and it's awesome.
Yep.
Do you have anything else you want to say about this?
No, I was just gonna say keep doing like what's going on now, because I mean it is really actually awesome. So
yeah, I would say just almost change nothing. I hope it stays just about the same. Maybe having a dog or two around here would be a great change. But
once the other puppy grows up.
Yeah, I love it here, and I just think that you can just keep doing what you're doing. It's just gonna develop how God wants it to develop, and just keep being an awesome place in the center of the Christian community here.
What are y'all's dreams and goals for the future / what are your plans after college?
You go first.
Yeah, I am staying another year, using my COVID eligibility year to go back and get my master's in accounting. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing after that, just because I don't know what the job market's going to look like. I don't know what state the economy's going to be in. But I know that I'll be around here having a good time, at least, or studying some accounting, and just seeing what God has in store for me after that 1 year. What are you doing, dude?
I'm moving down to Tampa. I am going to be doing like a 1 year program with Truist. It's a wealth analyst program. It was actually a bit of something I never saw myself doing, like moving far away. I wanted to be in North Carolina after I graduated. The opportunity came up. Some things fell where they needed to, and it's something that I'm going to take. So I'm going down to Tampa for a year, at least, and I'm very excited about it. I think that I feel very prepared as far as where my faith is, and I feel that this is a step that God wants me to take, and I'm very excited about it, to go down, build community down there, and work hard. So yeah.
All right, what is y'all's favorite thing about each other, and what's your favorite part about being a twin? If there is a favorite part.
I guess my favorite part about Leland is, some people might go to someone for emotional solace or, support. But when I go to Leland, I know that I'm going to get a clear-cut answer, whether it's blunt, it's going to be truthful, and it's just going to be a simple answer to a problem. And I've really enjoyed that. Just because I'm not a super emotional guy, and I don't want to hear someone go on forever about a topic. So I really enjoy when he's just straight to the point, truthful, and in a loving way, of course. But yeah.
I'd say my favorite thing about Davis is like how supportive he is of me, as far as like one, pushing me, whether that be like in a classroom, in a gym, or like definitely professionally, but also like as just socially as well with different organizations and stuff, always like supporting me. And even if I'm like, you know, if I was unsure, if it was just a friend, then I may not be like so sure, but it's my brother, so he's like always gonna support me. Not to say I can't get away with like anything, he'll definitely call me out as well, but that support is something that I don't feel like a lot of. If I want a twin, I wouldn't have it, so it's pretty sweet.
And your favorite part?
Favorite part about being a twin, I was gonna say, we can do this like little trick where if like a little kid comes up, they're always like, oh, what are you guys thinking? Like, can you like read each other's minds? We pull this old trick where like I'll pull the kid over and I'll be like, all right, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. You ask Dave what I'm thinking, and he'll be able to tell. And I always, every time it's donuts. We always say donuts. And so I'll be like, all right, ask him what we're thinking. And Dave will be like,
Donuts.
Donuts. And then they think we can read each other's mind. So that's actually pretty cool. And the backup's pizza. If they want us to do it twice, we do pizza. So that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I would just say the best part about being a twin is you always have a playmate growing up, and then a person to walk through life with forever. This guy's a big kid. He keeps me young. He's always joking around when I'm usually more serious, and it's just, we complement each other very well.
That's a good answer.